Hey everyone, this is KantBot. This is a special episode of the TekWars Fandom Network podcast. We're here with some true tech warriors today for the Morning Zoo. It's going to be a great source of positivity for your upcoming workday, on your commute to your hell job, whatever. I don't give a shit. But we're going to do this for you guys, and that's just get you on a positive base.
Get some niacin, grab a Red Bull, buckle up. Let's get this drive going.
So
let's get
we
cracking.
got two special guests today. We got, first of all, the most powerful midget in the world, Woke Manlet.
Hey. It's your boy.
And he is a pretty incredible Twitter account that I imagine everyone listening to this should be following already. If you're not, you should follow him on Twitter. He's Woke Manlet. And then we got another very special guest today. We got Metaphor Man, Shit Biscuit, the artist, making some of the best tweets. And we got these two great guys to start off your week.
What do you think about that?
Metaphor Man, what do you got to say for the people at the start of their day?
You know, it's another wonderful morning. It's probably raining and shitty, and you're probably going to a job you hate, but I will be too. So I'm right there with you guys.
And you got, any ideas for some morning content? I want to send you guys, we got to do some prank phone calls. We got to do some funny sketches. We got to get that ready for everyone. So, I don't know, Metaphor Man, do you have any ideas for that?
Holy Christ. The last time I prank called someone, they actually called me back because I didn't know about the star 67 thing. You're supposed to match your phone number. So they called back. My parents answered. It was really cringeworthy. I'm actually still kind of got some PTSD from that.
Wait, so the victim that you called, they called your parents back?
Yeah, it was like some tech support thing. This is back in the late 90s.
Fuck. What were you going to say, Woke Manlet?
Oh, me and my buddies, one time we prank called an Arby's or a KFC or something. And so we do something stupid, hang up, and then they call right back, and we just had no idea what to say to them. They're like, "Why'd you do that?" And we're like, good question. I don't know.
Sometimes the best things are out of the question.
So, I got something that I've been wanting to talk about. And this is a story for all the tech warriors about the sort of the tech war kind of world we live in, where people are clearly at war with each other's minds. Maybe you guys can tell me what you think of this story, but it's been weighing on me. So There is this crazy, English woman that I saw on the street the other day, and she just came up to me and started yelling at me, and I had no idea what the fuck she was talking about. And then some guy who was an onlooker, he said that I had to respect her and take her abuse.
Oh, he immediately assumed that you had done something to provoke her?
Yeah. I didn't know this woman. I didn't do anything to her. I'd never seen her before. She's just a crazy lady. And this guy, he's so mind imprisoned that he took her side just because she was a woman. Can you guys believe that?
No, see, you were totally in the wrong, because you went out there being white and male.
Ooh.
So, yeah, completely in the wrong there. Sorry, I gotta take her side. I gotta take the guy's side. You were in the wrong there.
That's not Monday morning positivity.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry. My bad.
You know what it feels like? It feels like playing Texas Hold'em, and you have two cards, right? And they're complete shit. It's 2-9 or 2-7 offsuit, whatever the worst one is. And you're forced to be big blind, right? You're just big blind right off the bat, even if it's complete shit. That's what it feels like. You go out in public and you're instantly patronized by someone, and then someone else takes their side immediately, just out of default. That's what that feels like.
It's pretty accurate.
We live in an unjust world. So I wanted it also just as a kind of morning report, just kind of take stock of where Magic the Gathering prices are at. We can do a sort of a market check segment.
Oh yeah.
Now we're talking.
I mean, Woke Manlet, do you have any experience with that?
Magic. Well, back in 2014, I worked at a Boy Scout summer camp, and I was there the whole summer. And the first week that I was there, I didn't know anybody, so I was still trying to make friends. And in the mess hall at night, a whole bunch of the nerdy kids would sit around, and they would play Magic, and I would kind of watch them and try to figure out what they were doing. I never figured it out. I wasn't friends with those kids. That's the only experience I have with Magic.
That you're talking about KantBot, myself, and Metaphor Man right now.
Yeah, I think you guys were there. I think it was you guys.
Yeah, I remember seeing a bunch of disgusting, nerdy kids in the mess hall. It was pretty weird. Come to think of it, you guys look pretty close to them.
We got Modern Horizons just came out. The new set.
The new expansion.
Was just watching some very informational videos from my friend Rudy from Alpha Investments. And he seems really excited about this new product from Wizards of the Coast. He's stockpiling pallets of this stuff.
Cases on cases of booster boxes.
Not even pallets. Pallets of cases.
Pallets of cases.
How do they not collapse on themselves?
He wants the upcoming Vraska Scheming Gorgon Planeswalker is what he's going for.
Oh, that's hot.
That's it.
I don't. We need to. My dream is we're gonna get once you guys all subscribe and make this huge, we're gonna get the studio going, and we're gonna fly everyone in on a private jet in order to come in the studio so we can do a video podcast, so we can pull up the images of the new Magic the Gathering singles and show them to you, because it is so awesome. There's some knights fighting. Huh? There's some a Gorgon woman who's very sexy.
A Gorgonite, like small soldiers?
Oh yeah. What is everyone's opinion on small soldiers?
Like one of the best movies from my childhood. Easily top 5.
I think I saw it when I was a kid. I don't remember anything about it, but as a kid, it's a bunch of toys doing stuff, so I thought it was awesome.
We're all at odds here today. We got some people who are the Magic players. We got some people who are the small soldier fans. So this episode is really about reconciliation.
And more internet positivity. We're gonna take that nice and we're gonna get ready. We're gonna everybody listening, you're gonna have a good day. Today's gonna be a good day.
Your day is gonna be awesome.
We're gonna reconcile all the cosmic forces in your lives.
So I think Magic the Gathering, on the note of that, it's going through a bit of a Me Too type thing.
Oh yeah, I was telling you guys all about that
on the Lost episode.
And we're gonna finish the Lost episode.
God, I hope so. I'm looking forward to it.
We got to just take appraisal of the Magic the Gathering, politics, I think. Because now the top level players at the PTs, the Pro Tours, they get Me Too'd. And they get drummed out of their service to the Magic the Gathering League.
It's serious.
Which is called the DCI, by the way, if you didn't know that.
Did they legit ban them from the tournament after that?
Now, they're banned from professional Magic.
Oh, so they are kind of suspended in Major League Baseball or something like that. It's the same shit. They're not allowed to. Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you see, the Gamergate stuff, it spreads to all facets, all outputs, all channels of what is pure and just, and it just rots it to the core. Even Magic the Gathering.
This is for the Lost episode. This is Lost episode content.
Yeah, some people are probably confused right now.
But Woke Manlet, do you play any board games or card games of any kind? What's your gamer status?
What style of gamer?
My gamer status, as far as tabletop stuff,
or anything. I mean, I assume everyone who comes on this show is an intellectual and that they play board games and card games.
You know what? I play card games with my family. So, like, not, like, Magic stuff, but, like, what? We got a game, Pandemic, where you have to, like, play against the board game, if you kind of understand what I'm saying. And it's like you have to stop this contagion from spreading. It's kind of cool. It's kind of high-level stuff. I suck at it, but...
But so you're a video gamer then?
Oh, yeah. I would say I video game significantly more than I board game. Yeah.
That's a shame, but tell us about your sick addiction.
My sick addiction. Well, I'm pretty sure anybody who's been kind of reading my tweets over the last couple months have noticed me talking about Metal Gear all the time. I've been very into that recently. My buddy Blacewell on Twitter hooked me up with this PC port of the first Metal Gear Solid, because I played 2 and 3 first, and then I went back and played the first on my computer, and that game is like 75% bullshit. But the story is so good that you want to just keep playing, and it's frustrating, but it's fun. So that's what I've been doing.
So you're not a cutscene skipper. You appreciate the story.
Oh, of course not. Absolutely.
This is the official podcast of cutscene skippers, by the way.
Of course, yeah.
Metaphor Man, please tell me that you skip the cinematics.
If it's like a game that I'm really interested in, my first playthrough, I'll watch it, you know. But if I'm replaying through Halo or something like that, it's like, man, I've seen this shit dozens of times. I don't need to watch it again.
So what's your top video game, Metaphor Man?
My top video game?
What's your Metal Gear?
What's Metal Gear to you?
Oh, man. There's so many good game series that are coming out, dude. I don't know. I think right now, my favorite game to play, like, if I had to think of something right now to cure boredom or something, I would play Killing Floor, just because it's so mindless, but it's, like, deceptively simple. There's, like, a top layer of, oh, yeah, you go into the game, you kill some zombies, no big deal, there's a boss at the end. But trying to, like, get your spec right, you know, and, you know, where to go in the map for certain spawns, there's so much more depth than, you know, you would see on the surface.
That's interesting. Is it a cutscene game? Are there cutscenes in it?
No.
Oh, I could play it
cutscene.
then. I could play it for real. So what else have you guys got going on this week? I mean, I wanted to talk a bit. I've been seeing a lot of music being promoted by you, Woke Manlet. I was interested to ask you more about what was going on with that.
Oh, sure. Well, I dropped the album last Monday. It had been something that I've been working on for 4 to 5 months. Yeah, was promoting it through the last week, trying to build a little bit of hype for it. And it went well. Got a lot of positive feedback, criticism, downloads. So yeah, overall pretty happy about it.
Tell us about the artistry behind it. What's your aesthetic? What's your vibe?
The artistry behind it is me just listening to the same stuff over and over again, and then trying to copy it, but failing, but then coming up with something that sounds kind of unique despite that. I don't know. I guess stuff that I've been listening to recently, like Talking Heads, yes, Radiohead, always checking out Swans. So I guess kind of those kind of influences, post-punk, I guess, would probably be the closest to what it is, I suppose.
What Swans do you like? Like new Swans or old Swans?
I am a big fan of both. Like Cop, I think, is the first Swans album I ever listened to, because I was really into a band called Godflesh.
Okay.
And that was the way that I heard about Swans, and that was the album that the guy who's in that band said was really good. So I listened to that, and that album is crazy. I still prefer that one to Filth, because it's just so dirty and grimy and just you listen to it and you feel like you have to take a shower, like wash out your ears.
Yeah.
Metaphor Man, where
So-
are you on the Swans question?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't really listen to that like type of music, but something really cool about the albums that you've dropped, Mr. Manlet, is the first one that I found on Spotify. I was like, holy shit, he's on Spotify. So I downloaded the whole thing and I put it on shuffle, I think, and I was pretty inebriated at the time, so I just let it play, and it played the entire time while I was sleeping. And sure as shit, the album that you dropped, I think it was last week, when I got the first chance to listen to that, I was also inebriated, and I passed out listening to it as well. So, like, my dreams were all just your music echoing in the background. I remember
Enchanting them.
Yeah.
Enchanting
You made
them
a
with
tweet
magic.
about that.
that. Did I really?
And I figured it was just a joke. Now I know it was the truth.
That's
yeah,
why it's
the whole covered in women thing was true, too.
That's why it's good. This is the point of this podcast. This is the friendship podcast for the tech warriors. You guys are true
Oh,
tech
yeah.
warriors. Hisperic recently posted a tweet that I saw where he's like, true friendship is like neurotically asking one another what you really think of the other. And that really resonates for me because that's how I feel when I'm getting the subtweeted. And so we got to bring you guys on so that you can let each other know about the positivity that's going on.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But Metaphor Man, what are your musical? What's your taste?
I'm like all over the place. I'm trying to think of like the day-to-day stuff that I listen to, and
Old Town Road.
Old Town Road, Billy Cyrus, just on repeat 24/7.
Do you like Old Town Road? For real?
Like the first time that I heard the remix, I thought it was amazing, and then I heard it again and again and again, and it just wore down on my soul each time I heard it.
It kind of bobs, but yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Bop won't stop.
I love it. I'm a big fan of it.
It's a KantBot classic. Billy Ray Cyrus, little known fact.
But
he's a really good singer, especially that first, like the one that put him on the map. My dad used to play that all the time.
Oh, your dad was a Billy Ray Cyrus guy?
Oh God, yeah, he loved country. Shania Twain.
Oh, hell yeah.
Shania Twain, she was a good. I think a lot of like conservative dads really like Shania Twain.
Yep.
I know my dad did. He had a definite Shania Twain thing that he kind of flaunted in front of my mother.
Did she like start listening to Billy Ray Cyrus as revenge or something?
I don't know what was going on there, but my dad would always sort of neg my mom by comparing her negatively to Shania Twain.
Oh my god.
And then he would go and post on like AR-15 form. Metaphor Man, on the lost episode, we were talking about your experience with guns. Was your dad a gun guy?
So we lived in a state that had pretty shitty gun laws, like for decades. And I remember he had, I think it was a Ruger 1022, like one of the old-fashioned ones with wood furniture. And he didn't really shoot it too often, but he loved it. He got it from the store with, background check, just like it used to be. But he wasn't like a gun nut or anything. He was really big on gun safety. I remember that because the first time he actually let me hold it, he pulled out of the closet, was sitting on the edge of the bed, and was like, all right, so this is the action, just showing me like the basic stuff. And I walked around in front of the barrel, and I remember he scolded me. He was extremely pissed. He's like, you never walk in front of a gun, regardless of, whether you think it's loaded or not. And at first I was like stunned. I was like, oh God, I can't be any of this anymore, that sort of thing. But he instantly, went back into teaching me more about it. But I remember that like burned into my brain, like gun safety was like the first thing he got into.
Woke Manlet, any weigh-ins on the conservative dad on the gun experiences?
Oh yeah, gone hunting with my dad. Went hunting with my uncle a couple times. So I've been around guns for probably most of my life. My dad definitely leans more on the conservative side. He's let me shoot good, fun stuff.
And was he like the AR-15 forum poster kind of guy?
No, just like hunting stuff. I remember one time though, he like brought out this revolver and was like showing me all this stuff about the revolver, like how to load it and shoot it and something. And I forget how old I was. I think it was like 10, but I was confused as to why he was like telling me all of this. And I'm like, are you giving this to me? And he's like, no. But yeah.
Because I guess today is Father's Day.
Oh, yeah.
We're recording it. Tomorrow's not going to be Father's Day. So this is like a little bit of residual Father's Day content.
It is going to be my birthday when you guys are listening to this. So
Your birthday's tomorrow?
Yes, it is.
Happy
Congratulations.
birthday.
Thank you very much.
So you can give Warren a birthday gift by subscribing to the TekWars Fan Network.
Yeah, please. And please check out. I have nothing to promote, so yeah.
So what do you guys do? Do you do anything for Father's Day today? You call your dads?
Well,
You have dinner with them?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm nowhere near my family back home, but yeah, I still have to call them. They usually do like an all day thing where him and my mom will go out. They'll like have dinner, go to a show or something, and then when they come back, he goes to bed really early too, like 9 p.m. So I'll call him like probably after we're done with the podcast.
Oh, that's great. That's some positivity for Monday morning. Warren, can you get the soundboard up? I wanted a soundboard for this.
What soundboard exactly?
I don't know. I just
what
want
kind
sound
of
effects.
sounds? I got gunshots.
We don't want gunshots. We want like wacky, good, positive sound effects.
We need police
bruh.
sirens,
Yeah,
The
screams.
bruh button.
Bruh.
we're gonna get Warren on that. He's gonna set us up. But let's get back. I wanted to just go back to Magic the Gathering and just talk some more about my man Rudy from Alpha Investments.
Dude, Rudy's a legend.
best friend.
In the last episode, we were talking about how it's a soothing. It soothes autism like no other to either open a booster pack or preferably watch somebody open a booster pack and then another booster pack and then another booster pack. It's some kind of like booster pack ASMR that Rudy does for us, and I
Puts
really
me in a
appreciate
trance.
it. Yeah.
Because I
Straight
want
up.
Rudy to be on this podcast. So all of our thousands of tech warriors who listen to this, if you know Rudy from Alpha Investments, you let him know that he's an honorary tech warrior and that he needs to come on this show. Yeah,
I'll let
there
him
we
know.
go.
We're best buds.
Is this... Now we got the sound effects going.
We're playing some sound effects at random here. I don't know if you guys
No.
can
This
hear
is
them.
great. This is great. I'm going to put you in charge of the sound effects, the wacky Monday morning sound effects.
Oh, we'll make it wacky, all right.
Yeah, that's toxic goo. Electricity. Okay.
Okay.
We'll
onto,
use those.
Intermittently.
Yeah, to let you know that it's the morning. But if you're out there listening to this, you got to come on. We really need that support.
Mr. Manlet, I'm curious, how'd you get your Twitter name? Woke
that's
Manlet.
funny. When I first made my account, this is the second account I had. The first account I had was just some nobody politics account, like never really got off the ground. And I think I deactivated that shortly after Trump won and we sent the missiles to Syria. I was like, nope, screw this. I'm done with politics. So I got off Twitter for a while and then I got back on. And I think I might have been like using an actual picture of me like when I first started the account. But I started to gain a small following, and I think I made a tweet something about me being short, and then that kind of like didn't blow up, but it got a lot of interaction, so ended up changing it to Woke Manlet after a bunch of followers jumped in, and I consumed it. I'm the Manlet.
Yes.
So, Metaphor Man, where did that come from?
Where did Metaphor Man or where did Shit Biscuit? Because they're two different stories.
You got, I guess, tell both then.
All right. The boring one is Shit Biscuit because I was looking through. I was literally at the username screen. You know, people do this all the time when they're like, "Hey, should I change my @, to Fart Lifter 420? See if it's available."
I'm always editing my profile.
So I was just dicking around. I was like, okay, well, I think I tried biscuits or something, and obviously that was already taken. And then I did Shit Biscuits, and I think at the time that was taken. So I was like, well, let's try Shit Biscuit. And sure as hell, nobody had used it.
Wow.
Twitter had been online for, when did they come? They were like 2005, 2006.
Yeah, around
and
then.
I made my original one in 2014. So almost 10 years, nobody fucking used the username Shit Biscuit.
What a rare gem.
I really like, Warren, your use of the sound effects here. The sound effects are so bad. This is like David Lynch Monday morning sound effects.
You know what the worst part is? I don't know if it's the same for you, Moke Manlet, but I cannot hear any of them.
No, you guys.
Yeah, I can't hear them.
You guys can't hear them.
Are you serious?
Just on
so you
our
guys
side.
just get to enjoy this? And you know,
It's just going to be farting sound effects, and it's going to
God,
sound like
that's
I'm
so bad.
farting. I'm so embarrassed.
No, it's like weather
the second you
alert.
start talking.
Like weather alert, sirens, like static, like
One
electrical
titled
noises,
Strange
radio
Noise.
tones, strange noise.
Oh, God.
Stop. You can't play that.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, we're having a little laugh attack here in the studio.
I really want to hear this recording.
You're going to have to go to KantBot.co/TekWars for all your morning strange noise
The
needs.
David Lynch Monday morning wacky sound effect radio hour. Oh my god. Oh.
This is better than Dune, the film adaptation.
Oh, that's a good thing. That I'm glad you brought that up. We can stop talking about this because I'm gonna laugh every time I think about it. Where are you guys at on the Dune movie?
The Dune movie?
Yeah.
It's like any movie interpretation of a book. You know, if you read the book beforehand or books, you're going to be disappointed no matter what because they can't include everything. They can't have everything true to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I liked the movie when I was younger because, you know, it was so flamboyant and weird. I actually watched it like a month ago. And you know the part where they're battling with the cube shields?
Oh yeah, that's such bullshit in that movie.
Yeah. The only thing I could think of was Minecraft Hunger Games PvP.
Oh, I love Minecraft Hunger Games PvP.
Woke Manlet, have you seen the David Lynch one?
Yes. Yeah. I've never read Dune. I probably never will. Don't really care to. But I like the movie. It's a fun space movie. You know, it ticks all the boxes.
Yeah, I've always been kind of a fan of it. I mean, I think that's going to be the consensus going forward. You can't fucking play those.
Oh,
I just
you made
played
it
a
sound
tornado
like a
siren.
party, didn't you?
You just played a tornado.
How could you? My reputation down
As
the drain.
You guys have to fill me in as someone who I don't have too much Dune knowledge. I know that there's Arrakis and Dune and that they're the same thing. So why is there why make two names?
I don't know. It's just called one or the other.
So they just.
I mean, I think, well, because on the book, there's the idea that there's people who live there that are like the natives called the Fremen, and they call it like Arrakis, I guess. And then there are like outsiders,
colonialists.
yeah, who call it like
Assholes.
Dune because it's just a big desert.
Bigots. That's
Have
what they
have
are.
both of you read the book?
No, I haven't read it.
Nope.
Really? I would recommend you guys go out and read it if you like the movie.
Maybe.
No.
I've heard that the first, well, Jodorowsky, who originally was going to do the movie, described the first chapter as incomprehensible, and you don't understand what's going on until like a third of the way through the book.
Yeah.
And maybe at some point I'll try to challenge myself with something like that, but I don't know. As far as casual reading goes, that might just frustrate me and make me want to put it down.
Because I can definitely say that's true. The whole thing is that it's like a huge political plot of these families that are going to try to destroy one another. But in the first chapter, the bad guy tells you everything that's going to happen. He says like the whole.
Really?
He says like his whole plan and everything, and then that's like the first like half or like 2/3 of the book. So it's sort of weird because it's not like, if I was making a movie out of it, I would like cut that. So I don't know what the new one's going to do. That's what David Lynch did in his. But I also really like that documentary about the unproduced Dune movie.
It's so good.
When was that supposed to come out?
Like in the 70s.
Because I thought they were trying to make another one like recently, or they were at least talking about it.
Yeah, there's one.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, there's one in production right now that's currently filming. From the Blade Runner 2049 director.
Villeneuve?
Yeah.
Ooh. I
And
did not know it was
His
by him.
name.
he has like who's that guy? Who's Thanos? Josh Brolin is
Yeah.
going to be in it.
They're just gonna have Thanos in it, big
He-
and purple, as the sandworm.
Yo, did you guys see the Avengers movie?
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen like the last 2 or 3.
Okay, you're my boy then.
I think an important question we skipped over is Sliders, Tech War, and what sci-fi's.
Yeah, we need
is
to get
top.
Woke Manlet's take on what his 90s sci-fi show
Yeah.
of choice is.
90s sci-fi of choice.
Yeah, like you got your
Your Trekkie,
Sliders,
Stargater.
your Tech War, Babylon 5, Lex,
Yeah.
Farscape, Stargate, Star Trek.
You might hate me for this, but I don't think I've watched any of that.
Oh
I think
my
I think I
It's
may have
okay,
seen
you
an
and me are
episode
in
or
the
two of
same boat.
Sliders, but that's about it. So I
Oh,
guess I'd have to go with Sliders.
Well, you liked Sliders, KantBot.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. That's good enough for me.
This is like half Sliders podcast.
That, yeah, this is like this is the whole real point of this of this whole series. You can't fucking play those, man.
I just did another. to
Warren,
trip him
Warren,
up. I'm
Warren, you're gonna get replaced if you play that again.
We're done.
We're gonna get someone else who can handle the
Jordan's
the
gonna hop
David Lynch
on the
side
mic.
of sound effects. But I see now you just totally disrupted the flow. I don't even remember what we were talking about. We were talking about the real point of the show, which was to get
Sliders.
Sliders, to promote these shows, to get you guys to go out there to watch Sliders, to watch Tech War, so we can really build up the true friendship Tech Warrior fan network.
I'm in the same boat as you, Woke Manlet. I haven't seen many of these shows, so I will.
But
be.
you guys have time to go out and see Avengers, is what you're saying.
I mean, that's what, 2 movies. That's about 6 hours compared to like a TV show. That's like 12 hours at least.
Yeah,
So, I
come on,
mean,
Star Trek. You were saying it has 800 episodes.
Yeah.
How can
way
I
more
do
than
that
12
in a
hours,
lifetime?
Yeah, but that's nothing for me. I am currently rewatching the entirety of Star Trek Enterprise.
Huh.
See, no one even reacted to that. When I want to do this show, I want like the guest to be like, "Oh man, Enterprise."
Was that the one with Picard?
Enterprise.
No, that was the one with Jonathan Archer, who is from before the Federation was formed. It's a prequel show, and he's like the first captain, and he's going out there to build the Federation for the first time. And there are some weird fucking things in the show, like a weird AIDS metaphor plot where a Vulcan gets a sexually transmitted forbidden disease. It's like,
Forbidden.
yeah, because it's like it's transmitted through telepathy. So there's that whole thing. It came out right around 9/11. So it has lots like a lot of the episodes are the captain gets kidnapped and he gets his the shit beat out of him by some people who are like torturing him. And that's like 75% of the episodes. It's Scott Bakula, who I don't know. Do you guys know who that is?
No idea.
No, sir.
You have God damn it. He's the guy from Quantum Leap.
Quantum Leap.
Oh, right. Quantum Leap. I know what that is.
Quantum Leap is a great fucking show about a guy who is traveling through like time, and he inhabits the body of another person randomly who is in some sort of crisis. And then in order to jump out of that body to another body, because he's trying to like get back, he's like traveling through time, but he's like can't get home. So in order to get back, he has to like help the person solve their like personal crisis by like piloting them like a mech for like 3 days or something.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, that does.
But if you knew who Scott Bakula was, you'd think it was much funnier. The image of him getting kidnapped every week, and then they just beat the shit out of him. And it's supposed to be like kind of sexy.
Oh,
Risque.
okay.
Yeah, what was the name of that again? I'm gonna write that down.
Star Trek Enterprise. We're doing it. We're building the Tech Warriors network right now.
It's happening.
But what do you guys even watch anything? Do you watch like Netflix or anything like that?
No, I canceled Netflix.
Yeah.
Ooh,
What was the last
bold.
straw for you? Was there a moment that made you pull the trigger?
Probably when they increased their prices and then they didn't have any new titles or anything. They just said, yeah, we're providing really good service, so we're upping the ad-free one by like $1 or $2. And I know it sounds petty and everything, but I'm like, you guys literally aren't offering a damn thing. So
Yeah, and there's so many other services. It's
You guys,
That's valid.
you watch streams then?
like,
What do you watch some YouTube?
what's the content?
Yeah.
What's the source of content for you guys?
What do you when your autism is going? What do you put on to soothe you?
Oh, definitely YouTube.
yeah.
See, I like to watch Cody Wilson over and over, like talking about anarcho
Capitalism.
and 3D
It's not a
guns.
big Cody Wilson fan then. Come on. You don't even know what the guy is all about.
Solving
I used to throw on
cypherpunk codes.
Stefan Molyneux in the background all the time, like a couple years ago before Trump got elected. I'm pretty sure I have brain damage because of that.
See, I did the same thing with the Stefan Molyneux, and I barely know what defooing is. I just know it's something about getting rid of your parents. I think on the Lost episode we were talking about that's kind of a gem of these videos of the Rudy with Alpha Investments and Stefan Molyneux and all of this is that you can put it on in the background while you're gaming and you don't really have to pay attention. You kind of just your subconscious is just absorbing the knowledge and you're frontal lobe is just focused on Metal Gear.
It's noise, because music can be too distracting because of the patterns. So you throw on something like that where it's just a dude talking, and
Yes.
you're good to go. You're good to
Yeah.
go.
Like TekWars.
Exactly like
Exactly, precisely.
I guess I'm from the older generation. I got the 90s sci-fi was always my YouTube videos. But I'm still into the YouTube content, though. I mean, especially with Rudy from Alpha Investments, who should really come on the show. But recently I've been watching a lot of Eminem videos and egg white videos for some reason.
Wait, Eminem, the
Yeah.
rapper.
Like lots of interviews with Eminem for some reason.
Why?
I don't know, man.
What have you learned?
Why do we do anything?
It's true.
Eggy's got some really good songs, really good YouTube videos too.
He's a beast.
Didn't you guys have him on
Yeah.
like a week or two ago?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, just last week.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah. How'd that go?
It went really well. We injected a lot of positivity into his life. And right after
Good.
that, now he's been streaming. He's been hitting it. He's been sending me messages saying that his positivity went up a lot. And then he went on Brittany Venti right after he was on with us. So we got him the ball rolling for Eggy a bit.
He has 15 girlfriends.
15.
We
He
got the
deserves them.
positivity on him. So this is what...
Fucking alpha.
Yeah, this... I've never watched... Watching Eggy's clips of him on Brittany Venti is the only time I've ever watched that stream. Is it good?
It is hilarious, man. He's like dancing around and she's like awkwardly looking around side to side like, what do I do?
But like her like regular stream, do you know watch that?
Brittany
Me?
Venti's-
No. Yeah, that's good.
I know there was a huge controversy because she got like tens of thousands of dollars donated to her, right?
I
A little while
heard.
back.
I heard that from my friend John. What do you know? Is that a thing?
I remember seeing that, but like nothing ever happened after that. So I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, I heard somebody say that like they were just dummy donations. Like they would send the money, but then not actually send it.
Oh,
You know
like
what I
charge
mean?
it back or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like go through
exactly.
PayPal or something. I see.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this. This is all news
you have
to
to
me.
watch out in the streamer world, I guess. It's a dog eat dog world.
It was all over the timeline for probably 2 or
Yeah,
3
that's where I
straight
saw
days.
it.
Yeah.
What do you guys see when you go on your timelines? I just see like people posting cum.
Yep, same. That's
I
it.
am the one
And it
that
has,
has
like,
come.
How do you
300 retweets,
how do you
1,200
guys-
likes.
How do you guys? Is that like its own language that's you're imparting information with that you guys can parse? And
No.
then you see cum, and then you're like, oh, that's something Brittany Venti got donated $10,000.
It's like
it's all the same.
you remember that Dexter's Laboratory episode where all he can say is "omelette du fromage" and he ends up
Yeah.
like saving the world. Yeah, it's like that, but come.
Thanks, Star.
Because I tweeted that last night when I see someone just like tweet something like that, like just cum, that then I think like I'm done. Like, and what I was thinking, I don't know if you guys will know this, but there's a Dragon Ball episode where like Goku is fighting like some monster or demon or something, and he does his fighting pose, but he just puts his arms by his side and just like stands straight, like just like a normal standing pose. And then the monster's like coming up to attack him, and internally he's thinking like this pose is like perfect. And he's like imagining all the different angles and vectors of attack. And he knows that he can't like defeat it, even though all Goku is doing there is like just a standing. And that's how powerful Goku is. And so when I see like you guys, when I see Metaphor Man, you should tweet just cum. That's like what I feel when.
There's nothing I can do to fight this. This is his final form.
The cum must flow.
Because that's like the classic. I mean, that's like the Paul Town style, I feel. I got to attribute it to Paul Town. The simplicity of his tweets, for the really simple tweets, that his are like my favorite.
He definitely has a measurable influence on the rest of us.
Yeah, it all traces back to like, the whole MDE style thing. Like there's stuff that I remember parroting, and I didn't know it came from MDE or Sam Hyde or at that time whoever any of those people were. But like I'm trying to think, like the whole Einstein thing is like, and who is that guy? Albert Einstein. That type of shit. It's like the entire posing style and the simplicity. It all came from like 15 or 20 people.
Everyone on this side of Twitter owes a debt to Sam Hyde. He's like the grandfather of right-wing Twitter.
We're gonna get him on. He was just talking to him last night, telling him that this is what the people demand. So when you listen to this, go out. You gotta let him know that people want this.
That'd be insane. That's like larger than life.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions that you want me to ask him when he comes on?
It can't be.
I
how
guess,
does he keep getting away with it?
I would ask if he's made any progress on that game he said he was going to make. I don't know if he's given any updates about that. I didn't see anything. But he said he was making a game that was based on one of the Choose Your Own Adventures in the book he put out. If he's still doing that, I'd love to know if there's any progress.
Do you see the video he posted? He posted a video of him doing, I think he was editing a video, right? Like one of the Hide Wars ones. And at the same time, he was doing like 3D modeling. And I think that 3D modeling was for the game.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, man. Check his profile.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
The perfect world profile on Instagram, Leroy. Have you seen that? Completely smooth like butter.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Because Instagram actually shit-canned his other account.
Yeah, that's actually pretty incredible. What was that for? It was the Huel USA Beat a Bitch's Ass contest. That's it. But I forgot what he directed his followers to go and do. But it was something about Huel USA Beat a Bitch's Ass. There's an intern at my office with a Huel cup, and he fills it up every morning, and it's his like breakfast replacement. And I always think about the Beat a Bitch's Ass contest.
Fond memories.
Yeah.
Were you guys both World Peace fans?
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. That was a great show.
Yeah.
Cut down in his prime.
I have fondness
For
of
real.
that from going around with a logo and love posting around in New York when that was on, and guys we were talking about the new skits.
Mm-hmm.
I miss those. Those were the good days.
Before Bernstein.
But were you guys
Burn it
like
down.
Tim and Eric fans?
Not really.
Yeah.
Way back in the day, I think when, I wasn't online. I barely played any games online or anything like that. But that was like the late night thing. If you left your TV on and you stayed up past 12 midnight, you would always see
The demonic
like Aqua Teen Hunger
horrors
Force.
of Adult
Yeah.
Swim.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force was much better than I think anything that I've seen on Adult Swim in years. Yeah. Except for like MD but like all this other stuff. Like I'm not a big fan of Eric Andre.
I like the first couple seasons of his show, but it's kind of played out by now.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
He has a
with
lot of
that.
good skits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just not like Aqua Teen Hunger Force was such a influence on me when I was like, well, I don't even know how old I was, like 12 or whatever. In terms of like my sense of humor. And I know Metaphor Man, you also, I guess, had that relationship with Regular Show.
Yeah, I mean, they came a lot further on in life. I was already a grown man by the time that show was, at its peak. But yeah, no, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, the first couple episodes that I saw, when I first started watching late night TV, I was like, what the hell do people see in this? It's just so dumb. And then there's one episode where you probably remember this. There's like a hive mind that takes over the internet and keeps manifesting pop-ups.
Yeah.
And when he like introduces himself, he's like, I'm the wizard. And he spells it like whiz, like urine.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just thought that was the funniest shit. I'm like, how did they come up with this?
How did they do it?
How does he do it?
Because my favorite one was always the one where they had the Mothman who came in, and he was attracted to a spotlight that like Master Shake had set up. And then they were watching this like show within the show of like assisted living Dracula. And it was like old Dracula in a bed, like on life support. And then that show within the show was like filmed live action for some reason, like in a really shitty way. And I don't know, that always like made me laugh so hard. Just that the difference, like the way that they filmed assisted living Dracula just like cracked me up.
Wasn't there like a vampire on the actual show too? Because he had that one episode where he turned 40-40. He's like, lordy, look who's turning 40-40. I remember that one too.
Like, I don't know. Did you guys see the movie of that?
I think I did in theaters. I don't remember any of it.
I did in theaters.
Yeah.
I didn't. It didn't leave much of an impression on me. Now thinking back on it, I don't really remember anything from it either. The show did kind of go downhill, but originally there was like, I liked it because there was kind of like this fractured logic to it, where if you sort of thought between the lines, all this stuff that they were doing like made sense in this like really insane way.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we also got Dexter's Laboratory as another basis of this sense of humor. We got a Dexter's Laboratory reference. I mean, what else? What else were your guys' influences here? Courage the Cowardly Dog. That was a really good show.
Courage traumatized me. I swear, when I was a kid, every time that came on, I turned into the Cowardly Dog. I was terrified of some of the shit that would come up on that show. The writers were really could get into some really demented places, I feel like, with Muriel and what's the guy's name?
Eustace,
yeah, stupid dog. Love that show.
Yeah, that was I always thought that was a little weird for me. I don't know. It just never clicked with me when I watched that show. But I was an Ed, and Eddie fan.
Ed and Eddie.
That's a good show.
Oh, fantastic.
Timeless. And
Ralph from Ed, and Eddie is probably the most legendary TV character to this day, just from his like conceptualizing Ralph is how do you even do that, or Jimmy with Plank, how does one think of that? Let's make him bald, and he's going to be like 8 years old, and he's bald, and his best friend is a wooden board with a face drawn on it.
How do they do it?
How did they do it?
Every single character had their own quirks, like the one with braces that like it was like a halo around his head, and
right.
He was white knighted.
And he was
Sarah
like
girl.
an ultimate beta.
Yeah.
And his sister would have to like stand up for him. Right.
I don't know. Were you guys into Arthur?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know why. That was the thing is that show was on like at 7 a.m. and it was like the only thing that was on TV in the morning. So like when I was like waiting for my mom to get ready and stuff and like eating cereal or whatever, it was like Arthur was the only thing on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you stayed home sick, they would just play it like the entire morning.
Yep.
Because we got to talk about the Mr. Ratburn gay wedding, I guess.
The gay rat wedding.
We go without talking about that.
This is where we cover the really important updates on this show for the Monday morning, the commuters out there, the Monday morning warriors, the Monday morning tech warriors. We got the new Arthur update news for you. Magic the Gathering, single prices, what's going on in the world of Arthur the Aardvark.
That's all you need to know.
Yep.
Why would you need a stock ticker, prices about 4x or anything like that? Arthur, TekWars, sliders.
I try to ask some people to be on the podcast who are blue check mark like journo or like DSA person, and they're like, no, it's like a racist podcast.
How?
And I'm like, yeah, well, we're just talking about Arthur.
We just play misplaced wacky radio soundboard effects.
We can never mention that again.
I'm really disappointed that we couldn't hear any of those.
Yeah,
I was
you'll-
really
you'll
looking forward
hear
to
it.
it.
You guys can go back and subscribe and listen to it.
Oh, believe me, I will. I have to now.
Yeah, you can now experience the content that you helped create. This is the whole point of the show. We got the positivity going, and now you're going to come into the TekWars fan network and become regular fans of this.
The vibes are so strong, so positive. If you're commuting right now, I'm sure you're like the Grinch in that your heart is growing, the love is flowing.
3
gonna be a
times
great
larger.
day.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to drive your car into a median right now. You want to listen to the rest of the episode.
Don't do it. Stop yourself.
We got at least 15 to 30 minutes left of this, so stay with us.
You got are you Joe Rogan listeners?
Only when Alex Jones is on.
You didn't
I
watch
haven't really listened.
I like Eddie Bravo's conspiracies, and I like when he brings on random physicists like Steven Pinker or shit like that, and I can pretend I'm understanding quantum physics and things.
I feel like that's what the whole show is, just pretending you can understand things.
Yeah.
Yeah, even when I'm watching one, he has like Neil deGrasse Tyson on, who I hate that guy.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Well, you don't like Black Science Man? Come on, he's the best. Did you know that because things are big, your life is insignificant?
Yeah, he tweets shit on Christmas like it's not a Merry Christmas because did you know that Jesus isn't real or some shit like.
It's actually not a Merry Christmas.
He's that dude at the party that kills the music and starts talking about politics or something.
Yeah. Climate change.
Yeah,
Goes into
or,
church on Sunday and starts talking about how God doesn't exist, how it's not rational.
there was like a Bill Nye thing recently. He got a new meme of where he's saying the world is on fucking fire. And it's like some sketch that he did in like a late night show. And so I've been seeing that posted in a lot of typical places when I'm scrolling, log on to Reddit or something. And I hate those guys. I hate Bill Nye. I hate Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Michio Kaku.
I hate all those guys. They'll never be on this podcast. They're banned.
No.
Wait, are you guys
Blacklisted.
Redditors? Do you guys
No.
like any corners of Reddit?
No.
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 You got to do it. I just do it because I'm like a total masochist in that way. Like, I want to see what's really going on. Like
You
sometimes
come for the cringe.
yeah, yeah,
Cringe
exactly. So
KantBot.
sometimes you don't feel like logging on Twitter. It's like I can't. It's too much to make content today, and then I go and I log on to Reddit and I go to Reddit all, see what's going on, and then after 5 minutes, then you're ready to go on Twitter. It's sort of like it's like a prairie dog for the hangover of life.
Mm-hmm. Like a pregame, I see.
Yeah, it's just like a hangover cure or something in the morning. I was drinking Tabasco slap in the face to like get you like ready to go and post and ship post and say come.
It's a lot of emotional labor involved.
Yeah, my life is difficult. Some guy said, Paul Scalet said that he was listening to the show and he thought that he could tell from my voice that I had seen some shit or been through some shit. And I'm like, that's about right. I would say that I've seen some things.
And some stuff.
While we're on that note, what are your guys' deepest, darkest secrets?
I thought you'd never ask.
That's more like
kidding.
more like we're gonna do the Friday night Ouija board Friday the 13th episode, and that's when we'll get into that stuff. So we gotta get the theme episodes. This is the Monday morning positivity.
What's the best thing you've ever done to a homeless person? Get them a job, an apartment. Come on, I know you guys are charitable.
I did go out and feed some homeless people on a couple occasions.
Really?
In high school, I had to do a senior project, and my project was about homelessness for whatever reason. So I went out. I think it was with a church group and fed some homeless people. So yeah, nice joke, condescending question, but I actually did help some homeless people. So yeah, take that.
Fuck you.
No, that's great though. That's the Monday morning.
We turned your
energy that we
negativity
need.
straight into positivity.
Oh, baby.
I think that this podcast went really well in that way.
I'm ruined.
Just
You never
deactivate,
come
man.
back from that.
I'm never gonna get a job as a sound engineer after this.
Next time, I want like a big board with like red buttons that I can press for like the sound effects, man. And I want like air horn, like crazy bell, like yeah, like some really badass sound effects to get the morning going for everyone. And I want you gotta reset it up so that it blasts into the guest's ear really loud.
Yeah, we'll get that.
So that you guys can hear what was going on.
Why we
That is
were
exactly
having
what
a
I want.
Seizure on our end, laughter.
But I think we gotta wrap this one up now. We're getting a bit over an hour now, so why don't we catch you later? I want to thank you for being on the TekWars podcast. I want you guys. You want to share your Twitter ats with people so that they can follow you if they haven't.
Yeah, sure. At Woke Manlet. Check out my album if you haven't. Subscribe.
Yeah, this is what this is. Monday morning positivity. People are going to listen to this. Everyone go buy the album.
Oh, heck yeah. Be rolling in the Benjamins in no time.
And Metaphor Man?
Yeah, my Twitter @ is shitbiscuit. I'm at twitch.tv/s_bagel. Might be streaming tonight, might not be. I don't know. That's all I got, man.
That's great. That's great for everyone involved. So I thought this episode was really good, and we're going to be working on our goal of getting the studio set up here so we can get the private jet flowing out and get these guys in the studio so we can show them like the Magic the Gathering cards and
Play a couple rounds.
Yeah, play a couple rounds on camera.
It's going to be just like summer camp. I can't wait.
So everyone listening to this, you got to subscribe to make that happen. And we got to also give one final shout out to Rudy from Alpha Investments.
We'll get him on next week.
Who brings me all my Magic the Gathering news and information that I'm reporting to you. So I want to just thank him one more time. And then I want to wish everyone a positive Monday. I hope you enjoyed the Monday morning zoo with the Metaphor Man and Woke Manlet. And have a great day, everybody.